they are going to proceed towards the. So what we have studied that on page number 15, those who have joined right now, page number 15, we have started. Somehow I managed to stretch the canvas and secure waterproof hedge covers across the whole gapping. So what he did, the narrator says that with the help of the canvas, he was able to cover the wide open holes. So he covered all those open holes. Okay. And what he did by covering that open holes, why he covered that? Because the water is continuously going inside the ship. So the holes which are there on the deck, okay, he covered all those holes so that less water should go inside. Then what happened? Some water continued to stream below, but most of it was now being deflected over the side. Deflected means turned aside, okay, turned aside. But what happened? Though he covered most of the holes, but what happened? Some water is still coming inside. But we can say the most water is directed towards the opposite sides. Means the water which is coming from one side, now what happened? Because of the flow, it is being directed towards the other side of the ship. Okay, children, if you want a better explanation, we can understand this thing that through, if everybody I think have seen somewhere you have seen a sinking of a boat or not. So you have seen Titanic, the way Titanic sank. Okay, the water started coming from a single hole and then it started spreading in whole of the ship. Find this thing happened that the water is coming from a particular place, but then what happened? Because of the flow of the water, what happened? It started moving on the other direction. So there was lot of water on the deck and inside the ship. Okay. Now he said more problem arose whenever hand pumps started to block up the debris floating around the cabins and the electric pumps short circuit. Now children, this hand pump we know, the pumps we need to throw out the waters. So obviously when they were going towards this long journey, so they had carried some hand pumps with them. Now the narrator is saying that the more problems started coming in because the hand pumps were blocked. Okay, there is a word debris. Debris means rubbish. Okay, this rubbish, all the, because we know, we have studied that everything is smashed, everything is broken. Okay, whatever things are there, they are broken. Fine. So if the things are broken, so the pieces of the wooden or the clothes or the toys, everything, small toys, or we can say the rubbish which was there, the we can say the dust which was there on the ship, these all things have blocked the hand pumps. Okay, so the hand pumps are being blocked by the rubbish and the narrator was not able to use the hand pumps because they were blocked by the rubbish and was floating around the cabin. Okay, and what happened to one hand pump? It is here that, and the electric pump short circuit. Now hand pumps are being blocked by the rubbish. Okay, the hand pumps which were there, they were all blocked due to the water and due to the rubbish which is carried by the water. And the electric pump which was there, a single electric pump, it got short circuit. So now they don't have any source to throw the water out of their ship. Fine. The water level rose threateningly. And what is happening? The water level, okay, it is of the ship, inside the ship, it is increasing continuously. And this was a very dangerous thing. Obviously, if the water level will rise, the ship is going to sink. Fine. So the water level is increasing continuously and this is a very dangerous thing going to be happen. Back on the deck, I found that our two spare hand pumps had been wrenched overboard. Children, here wrench, W-R-E-N-C-H. Wrench means removed. Removed from their position. Means they were also floating. Okay. Wrench overboard. Overboard means side of the ship. That's, I told you in the last class also. Overboard means side of the ship. And wrench means removed from their position. Wrench means removed from their position. So what they said, that he went out looking for the spare hand pumps, okay, but so that he could pump out more water. But actually what happened, the pumps had been pulled out, or been, we can say, they have removed from their position and he cannot use them. It means those pumps were also what? Those pumps were also floating. They were also floating in the water and they are destroyed and he cannot use them. Okay. Now, along the phosphorus sail and the jib, the dinghies. These dinghies mean small boat. Dinghis. Dinghies here means small boat and the main anchor. Now what happened, what he saw, he cannot use them, those pumps, we understood why, because they were also floating. Sorry, they were also floating. Fine, so they are also destroyed. Now the narrator saw that he expected that the rope, fine, here children, you will Forestay. Forestay means a rope to support the ship. Forestay means a rope to support the ship mast. Again I'm saying, forestay means a rope to support the ship mast. Okay, a rope to support the ship mast, that is called a forestay. Okay, and dinghies, Dinghis, dinghies means small boat. Dinghies means small boat. So what he said, he expected that there should be some ropes, okay, ropes which are supporting the mast. Jib, I told you, what is that? Okay, he thought that there should be some small boats, anchor, okay, or but when he went there to find all these things in the ship, what he saw, that these all things are also floating. Okay, they are also not on their position. Fine. I remember that we had electric pump under the chart room. I connected it to an auto pump and was thankful to find that it worked. Now, suddenly the narrator remembered that he had one more spare electric pump. And where it was? It was in the under the chart room. So what he did, he just saw that the spare electric pump was working and he was able to pump out more water from the ship. Now what has happened up till here children, I'm explaining once more that he just somehow he has managed to put the canvas and managed to cover that holes which are there, fine, but water is still continuously coming. Okay, he decided to use the pumps. So first of all he rushed to get the hand pumps. When he went to get the hand pumps, he saw that they were all blocked. Okay, they were all destroyed, they were all blocked due to the rubbish which was there in the ship. Okay, when he went to see the electric pump, the electric pump was short circuit. Okay, so he didn't get that also. Now he just remember that he had an electric pump. Oh sorry, then he went to see that if there are ropes, okay, a small ship, dinghies, anchor, everything is okay or not, or he can use it in any way. So he found that even they are not in their position, it means they are also floating and they are also destroyed. Okay, then he remembered that he had a spare electric pump, and by when he tried to connect it with the out pipe, he saw that it was working. Thankfully it was working, and because that pump is working, so what happened, he just pump out a lot of water from the ship. Okay, the night dragged on with an endless, bitterly cold routine of pumping, stirring, and working the radio. Now, what he said, so the narrator says that during the night he worked continuously. Okay, they all are working all are working continuously with a great difficulty. And bitterly cold means it was very cold. It was too cold as well. Then too they are working. Okay, they were working, they were only tried to pump out the water from the ship. So they were the whole night they were pumping out the water from the ship. Okay, here steering means the steering wheel of the ship. Okay, they were steering the ship, okay, into the proper position, okay, where they want to go. So they are one of the person is pumping out the water from the ship, another person is what, he is just handling the steering wheel of the ship so that they can move towards the proper direction, and one is working on the radio, one is working on the radio. Fine, they were trying to find the signals. Here radio doesn't mean FM radio, here radio means that they were trying to find out the signals with the nearby stations so that they can ask for help. Fine. We were getting no replies on the mayday calls. Now children, what is a mayday calls? Mayday calls are just nothing, they are just the radio, they are the radio telephonic signals, okay, which a ship or a aircraft when stuck in a danger they used to give. Okay, you can write down if you want to write that the radio telephonic calls are just the signals which a ship which was in danger used to give, okay, or used to send. Again, I'm repeating, mayday calls are a telephonic calls or telephonic signals, okay, which a ship, when a ship was in a danger, okay, he used to send these signals to the nearby station. That is called a mayday calls, okay. So he said that we are getting no replies on the mayday calls, which was not surprising in the remote corner of the world. What he said, the narrator says that we are trying to get, so he was saying that we are trying to send out the signals to the nearby stations, but we are not getting any reply. And he said that this is very obvious. Obviously, we are in that part of the world, in the remotest part of the world. So we are not able to get this signals over there. Fine. Sue had swollen alarmingly. We had two enormous big, she has two enormous big eyes, and now she showed us a deep cut on her arm. Now what happened? His daughter, okay, his daughter head was swollen very badly, and it was becoming bigger and bigger. He got a hurt in her hand, so his head is swollen very badly, and this becoming bigger and bigger, and even her eyes were also swollen, and that eyes become black, okay. Then she shown them a cut on her hand, a deep cut on her arm. Fine. When I asked why she hadn't made more of her injuries, this means the author asked his daughter that why hadn't you told me that time that you have more injuries except bump on your head? Why you hadn't told me that you have a cut on your arm? So she replies, I didn't want to worry you when you are trying to save us all. What she said, that I don't want to worry you. At that time, you were just trying to save us all. So I don't want to worry you by telling that I have more injuries on my body parts. So that's why I didn't told you about this deep cut in my arm. Okay. Fine. By morning on January 3rd, the pumps had a water level sufficiently under control for us to take 2 hours rest in rotation. Now, what the author is saying, that the narrator is saying that on January 3rd morning, the electric pump is working very nicely and it has pumped out sufficient water from the ship, okay, and now they can take 2 hours rotation. 2 hours rest in a rotation. 2 hours rest in a rotation. Rotation means one by one. So now they are that much sufficient water has been taken out from the ship. So they are that much satisfied that they are not going to sink. Fine. So they started taking a rest in a rotation. But we still had a tremendous leak somewhere below the water line. Children, what is water line? I'm telling you the meaning. The line where the hull of the ship meets the surface of the water. The line where the hull of the ship meets the surface of the water. Okay, and what is hull? H-U-L-L. Hull is watertight body of the ship. That I will tell you when this word is going to come in your text also. So you just write it down. Water line is the line where the hull of the ship meets the surface of the water. Means the lower part of the ship, the extreme lower part of the ship. Okay. So what is there saying? What is he saying? The narrator is saying we still had a tremendous leak somewhere below the water line. He knows that still they have pumped out a lot of water from the ship, but still the water is coming, and they know that there was going to be a big hole somewhere near the water line. Okay, on checking, I found that nearly all the boat main rib. Rib is nothing but a frame that supports the hull and give the ship its shape. Okay, rib, R-I-B. Rib is what? The frame that support the hull and give the ship its shape. So when narrator checked it, what he found that the main rib frames are smashed down to the kneel. K-N-E-E-L. Here kneel doesn't mean kneel down. Here kneel means steel structure along the base of the ship. Kneel means steel structure along the base of the ship. So what he found that the sufficient water has been decreased, but there was a leak below the water line. And upon checking, the narrative found that the boat rib, boat structure, the structure of the boat was badly broken down till the base of the ship. Okay, it was till the base, till the end of the ship, it was badly broken down. In fact, there was nothing holding up a whole section of the starboard hull except a few cupboard partition. Hull, now you write the meaning of the hull. Hull meaning is watertight body of the ship. Watertight body of the ship. Hull means watertight body of the ship. It means, children, the part of the ship which used to control the water to enter into the, which prevents the water to enter into the ship, that part. So what they saw by inspecting, the narrator saw that the main frame, okay, which is supporting the ship hull, it is being broken. It is being broken very badly, okay. And in fact, there was nothing holding up the section of the starboard hull except a few cupboard partition. And what he saw that the few cupboard partition, okay, they were holding the starboard. Starboard, I told you, the side of the ship. And he knows that it will not last long. So what he found that the ship was broken very badly from where? From the water line down the base. Okay. And so he said that he saw that this thing, that only a few cupboards were hanging there. Cupboards were hanging there, which are just supporting the starboard, the side of the ship. And he knows that it will not last long. And very soon it will fall and they are going to sink. Okay. Yes, we have, now I will give you a revision of this, what I have taught today. Fine. So that you came to know what is there. So children, what we have seen that they have managed to hold the pipes, cover the holes and everything. This I told you, I'm telling you from January 3rd. So what happened on January 3rd? On January 3rd, they have pumped out a sufficient water from the ship. But there is but the narrator found that still the water is coming. A lot of water is coming inside the ship. So he, by inspecting, he find out that there was a hole in the water line. Okay, there was a hole in the water line. Fine. And it was this water line, this base of the ship was badly broken. And he know that when he saw at the starboard, means the side of the ship, when he saw the side of the ship, it was also broken. Okay, it was only covered by a small pieces of cupboards. And he know that it will not last long. And very soon the ship is going to sink and they are going to die. Okay. Now children, do you have any doubt? And don't leave, children. Let me take your attendance first. If you are going to leave, then your attendance will not be taken. So let me take your attendance, children. Yes, if you have any doubt, do ask me, children. You can unmute yourself and ask. Kangna, beta, now I think today I have given two explanations, so it will be okay for you. See children, because sometimes we have to go a little fast, right? And that is why, because I have to complete the chapter. Fine. So if you didn't able to write any of the word meaning, you can look at the videos and you can write it down. Fine. You can look at the videos. There is everything in the video. You can write it down again. Sometimes it happens. And if I'm going to repeat one thing two times, every time it is not possible, fine, but sometimes okay, I can do that if the chapter is small. Now this chapter is so big, we have not completed up till now. Fine, children. So don't worry about that. I will make